What up, everybody? The photo I have on the screen right now is a photo posted by actress Liv Simone, who plays Iesha on Raising Kanan, to her IG story as part of a collage for her 2024 year in review. And in the picture on the screen, she's wearing a pregnancy suit. And we know that Raising Kanan has been filming all 2024 season 4, and they're still currently filming for season 5. So most likely this photo indicates that we will see Iesha getting pregnant on Raising Kanan. Iesha was a member of the girl group Butter with Jukebox and Crystal. Iesha was dating Kanan first before he hooked up with Crystal. Kanan met Iesha at the open mic that Lou held at Club Vu. He also took Iesha with him alongside Jukebox to the party that Ronnie threw when he met Snaps and Pop. When Jukebox was trying to get Kanan to leave, Iesha told her that Kanan would be alright, meaning that she accepts that he's in the street life. But then Kanan met Crystal while he was waiting to pick Iesha up at rehearsal to go to the movies. At the movies, Kanan was trying to get to second base and Iesha shut him down. She told Kanan to take her home, but he said he was staying to watch the movie and she knew how to catch the train. After this, Kanan got a page from Crystal, who invited him over to her place, and unlike Iesha, Crystal let Kanan get a home run the very first night. Then after rehearsal, sometime later after this, Iesha saw Crystal and Kanan together, and she was very upset. But after her and Kanan ended things, Iesha started getting close to Jukebox, who had a crush on Iesha. And from that point, Kanan and Crystal were kicking it, like Kanan called it, for a while, only to find out in the season finale that Kanan had got Crystal pregnant. But because there was so much going on in the finale, we don't know exactly what was said during the conversation about this. We do know that when Famous knocked on Kanan's door to ask about Rock, Crystal was sitting in there crying. And that was the last time we saw Crystal in season 3. So we don't know exactly what will happen with her pregnancy moving forward into season 4. We do know that females who have got pregnant so far in the Power universe have not delivered their baby. In Power, Holly got pregnant by Tommy Egan, but didn't tell Tommy that she was pregnant, only to get killed by Tommy later on when he found out that she sent the Jamaican hitters to kill Ghost. In Book 2, Season 4, Diana got pregnant with Tariq's child, only to lose the baby a few weeks later after she was beat down by that dirty cop, Felicia Lewis. So will things be different for Crystal, or will she have the same type of luck as Holly and Diana? Or did Kanan tell her to get rid of the baby, and that's why she was crying on the couch when Famous knocked on the door? One thing we know for sure about Raising Kanan, and also as it transitions into Origins, unlike Power, we will be seeing childbirths in this series, because we know for sure we'll at least see the birth of Shawn. And Crystal isn't Shawn's mother, because his mother, Jarita, was introduced in Power Season 2, and the two look nothing alike. But like I've said in another video, Crystal does favor Andre Coleman's mother, Vanessa. So there is a possibility that Crystal will have her child, but Kanan will likely not be in this child's life because there was never mention of a child other than Shawn in Power. But with that said, a lot of things that Kanan did was not actually on screen in Power, like his first trip to DC in Season 2. So there's a chance that there was another child in his life, it just was never seen on camera. One thing we do know for sure is that Rock will not be happy about being a grandmother. In Season 1, she told Kanan, when he was going on a date with Davina, she told him, "I'm already a young mother, don't make me a young grandmother." And we also already know that every female that Kanan has been with in this series has disappeared on him. Starting out with Davina, who was sent to foster care without Kanan knowing about it after her mother died. Then in Season 2, he hooked up with Corinne and also hooked up with her mother, Palomar, only for Corinne to find out about this, and she told Rock, who threatened Palomar to leave her son alone or she would kill her. And after that, Palomar and Corinne moved out, and by the time Season 3 came around, Paul was living in their apartment. So if Crystal does get pregnant and disappears on Kanan, this wouldn't be anything new to him. There's also a chance that she'll stay around, and once she starts to show, Kanan might lose interest in her and start messing with Iesha again. I don't think Kanan will care at all that she's currently with Jukebox. Even more when he finds this out, he might try to hook up with Iesha again because of that. Keeping in mind in Power how Kanan hooked up with Jukebox's girlfriend Candy, giving her a bracelet from the robbery and everything, kind of even bad-mouthing his cousin in the process, like he was in competition with her. This could have started all the way back when they were kids with Iesha. Because if Iesha's pregnant, and she most likely is by the photo I showed at the beginning of this video, I'm thinking that the child is most likely Kanan's. She went back to him possibly, or they hooked up one time and she got pregnant that one time. Iesha also favors Shawn's mother, Jurita, a lot. And like I talked about last year, when it was first announced that Crystal was pregnant, Iesha and Crystal might not be these girls' real names, but they might be stage names, just like Jukebox is Laverne's stage name. So Iesha might have chose to alter her name from Jurita just a little bit and change her stage name to Iesha. Also keep in mind that it was said by Courtney Kemp that it was Jukebox who gave Kanan the scar on his neck. I question if that's the truth and if she was just trying not to spoil the storyline, but if this is the truth and that's how he got the scar on his neck, this could be why. Jukebox possibly gave Kanan the scar on his neck when she found out that Iesha cheated on her with Kanan and that Iesha was pregnant. Just a possibility, but at the same time, Jukebox wasn't mad when she found out that Kanan smashed Candy in Power. But either though Jukebox wasn't mad, she did tell Kanan that there won't be a next time when it comes to him smashing Candy. And she also did tell him that it was time for him to get up out her house and go back to New York to handle his business. And also when Jukebox was holding Tariq hostage, Kanan told Ghost that he didn't know who Jukebox had with her and he didn't know what she was planning on doing. Like he was actually just as scared of Jukebox as Ghost was. In Power, when Kanan first showed up in Washington, D.C., Jukebox was trying to figure out what happened to him and was also asking about Shawn. At that time, she spoke like she was very close to both Shawn and Jurita. If Jurita is in fact Iesha, there's a chance that the two stayed close for all those years and were still very good friends. Even after Iesha cheated on Jukebox with Kanan, Jukebox probably understood, realizing that Iesha likes guys and she can't change her. But at the same time, I think there's a small chance that Iesha's child isn't Kanan's and that she was already pregnant in season 3. Keep it in mind from the very beginning, Iesha was thrown up in the bathroom. At the time, everybody thought it was because she had an eating disorder, but it could have meant that she was pregnant going through morning sickness. But at the same time, I don't know how much time transpired in season 3, but I do think enough time passed that she would have been shown by the end of the season. So because of that, I think she gets pregnant with Kanan's child sometime in season 4. And I do think there's also a very good chance that Iesha is in fact Jurita. And they gave us her stage name instead of her real name so it wouldn't spoil the storyline and give away her identity. Because just like Iesha had Kanan's back with Jukebox at Ronnie's party and told her that Kanan would be okay, Jurita was holding Kanan's bag of money when he got out of prison. And Kanan said that Jurita had always been loyal to him. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Will Kanan get Iesha pregnant also? And what will happen with Crystal and her pregnancy? Will she have Kanan's child? Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.